Welcome to the Fishery Products video guide on how to study European markets with TradeMap. TradeMap is a preliminary screening tool that allows you to look at markets for your fishery product by size, dynamism, and also at competition. To enter the tool, start from www.trademap.org. Users in developing countries, including Vietnam, can get free access to this tool after registering. To register, click on the Login link, then the Register Now button under Create an Account, and follow the instructions. Once your registration is complete and you have logged in successfully, you can proceed with selecting the data that you wish to analyze on the Home and Search page. Enter the HS code for the product you would like to analyze. The HS code simplifier guide will help you identify the correct code. We can scan markets for fresh tilapia, for example, using code number 030271. As we don't want to look at data for a specific country yet, but first want to see all markets, we simply leave the country region selection field empty. Select one trade flow which you want to analyze. In this case, we are looking at potential markets, so we will select imports and click on Trade Indicators to view global imports of fresh tilapia. What we are looking at first is the world import demand for fresh tilapia. We can see that the first row shows indicators on world import demand as a whole. On the left, we have the world list of countries that import tilapia, with the largest at the top. The first 5 columns under Trade Indicators show information about the demand for a product in the last available year. The value imported is the market size in dollar terms. Note that TradeMap usually shows the value in $1,000 US. The next column shows the import figures in quantity, which is the physical volume imported. In the case of fresh tilapia, in metric tons. The final indicator in this section is the unit value, which is the result of dividing the imported value by the imported quantity, which gives an average price paid for the imported product. To zoom into the EU market, we can select a country group, EU. The EU market size is still quite small, but we should also analyze frozen tilapia, both in whole form and filleted form, which fall under other product classification categories. Within the EU, we see that Belgium, Ireland, and Spain are the main fresh tilapia importers, representing 55, 20, and 7% share of total EU imports, respectively. These shares need to be calculated by hand. To study these markets in more detail, we can click on the country names on the left. The Belgian market shows significant growth over the last 5 years. If we wish to study the growth path in more detail, we can select Time Series. Since fishery products are often seasonal, it is also useful to analyze imports by month. Returning to Trade Indicators, And looking once more at the Belgian market to study its suppliers, we see that virtually all of its fresh tilapia is supplied by the Netherlands. In the event that we would want to study the data in euros, we would go back to time series and select the currency tab, or if you wish to look at quantities, you can also select quantities. At all times, we can go back to the main home and search page to start our analysis over with a different product category. In short, we can conclude TradeMap is a very useful tool to get a quick picture on the status of the different EU member markets and helps us to relatively rapidly make a first choice of markets within the EU to initially pursue for further research. It also gives us an initial picture of competition we would face in targeted markets.